Hello everybody, this is Sonya. I'm in Australia and I want to make a house today, a very small house, but a house anyway. I want to make a house and show you how to make a little house. Made these a long time ago, sold them actually for little ornament things. It's a fabric house, it's made out of wool materials and things and felt. So I've got some bits here that I'm looking at to do it with. So let's have a go at cutting him out, eh? I really don't know exactly what I want to make him out of yet. I've got these ideas. Oh, hang on, this is a really good colour for a roof, isn't it? I hope I've got some more of that. That's always the way, isn't it? The one you want it might be enough. No, it's not enough. I've got more of this somewhere. I do know I have got more of that somewhere. I've got a heap of it actually that I bought a piece because I didn't think I'd ever use an orange piece, but you just don't know. I've got really into the orange bits of thread and things lately, so I'll have to find a place to put it anyway on here. But you can make whatever colour you like. I like these colours. These will go together really nicely for me. I just spent ages, finding these bits and pieces, and now I want more of that orange, but it's okay. I can use it as some sort of a embellishment thing for it, I suppose. I like that. And then you got that bit. Well, I've got more, like I said, but I don't think it's here. I think it might be where I was cutting out those things yesterday, because I took it all out to the lounge room, and it was doing more cutting out there. Till my arm was a bit sore from that, so, oh dear, can't believe I can't find any more of that, because it's what I want. It's always the way, isn't it? You always want the thing you can't. Anyway, let's go. Righto, so we're going to have a little house. We're going to just make a little house. Okay, so I've done this before. I've made it before, but we can do it again, righto? Now, you don't have to have particular size, but I will tell you what size I'm doing mine, okay, when I get it cut out. Okay, and I do want it to be reasonably straight, please, Sonia. You don't want it to be too wrong. Okay, so this is going to be the front and the back, righto, of your house. Like that. And then we need panelling in the sides. Maybe we'll put the orange in the sides. On the roof. Oh, it might be. I'm trying to put it on this roof, but I don't think I'm going to have enough for the roof, because it has to be about that. Let's talk about skimping. Let's have this in the side panels, eh? Because it's on it. Of course, it's got lines. Good to use for side panels. I think that's enough. So these have to be the same height as the front, of course. All right. When I finish making it, like cutting this out, I'll share with you what size it is, alright? So I've got the front and the back and the side panel. Then the roof could be that colour, I suppose, but that's a bit dark. It doesn't matter, I can make it pretty by putting stuff on it, can't I? Putting different things on it. I've got this here, but I'm not really sure that would go really that good with that. I'm a bit, I don't know, might look alright for a roof. Righto. Well, we'll see. Because what I did the others before, I think I had some, what do you call it? Really nice. This is nice too. This would be good for a roof, wouldn't it? I might use that. This is what I was cutting out off yesterday. So let's just say we'll use this, eh, for the roof. So I need to have. This is a bit thick, but I think it'd be alright for you to sew by hand. This is a velvet, looks like velvet, what do you call it? Corduroy thing. I think I said that yesterday. It's like a velvety corduroy stuff. And that's heaps. That's heaps enough. I have to cut that up there. Ian's going to fray on me. Goodness me. I was sewing something together the other day. Oh dear, it was driving me crazy. It kept on fraying undone. Oh dear, it was getting me nerve. I was on my last nerve, I swear I was. I was on my last nerve. Okay, righto, so let's get started. So what we've got now is these bits. Then we're going to add a little door and a chimney and a door and a chimney and a which we can cut them out too now, eh? So we need to get something with a bit of life in it, don't we? One of the green one might look good on that. For a chimney. There'd be a chimney there. Well, it isn't going to be that big, but I'm cutting that just to suit to start with, okay? And we can have maybe a pink door, do you think? We have a pink door? Why not? It needs to be a little bit whimsical because I didn't have to flash different sorts of things to it, did I? But I will get on to that. Don't worry. I will find something to make it a little bit. Oh well, how about a bit of orange for the door, for the window? An orange piece for the window, eh? That'll look good, won't it? Oh no, so we've got a bit of that. Okay, so there we go. There's our little pattern. Well, that's our house. Hopefully it'll be our house. Oh, I'm going to find myself some more of those things that you roll the fluff off. I keep forgetting all these things that I really need. Now, let me see. Got a ruler. Nice big pink one. So you need the pieces of felt are 1.5 inches wide by 2 inches long. Convert that to centimetres is 3.5 centimetres by 4.5 centimetres. The side panels are 2.5 by 5 centimetres and 2 inches by nearly an inch. And the roof has got to be cut to fit, so we'll just have to work on that. So if you've got these bits to start with, you'll be right, okay? Oops. Now, finish this at 11:30. We should be right. Okay. Mouthful of drink. Actually, I'm going to put him on a button, aren't I? It's going to be a button house. So what you can have too is a big button, but I might even get a smaller button, or even a smaller button still, a green one. We can put it on a button, because that's what it is. I never told you that to start with, did I? That I'm making a little house on a button. We'll see what happens when we get to the bottom. When we get to that bit, we'll see how it works then, okay? I'll see what happens when we get to that bit. Now, we'll have some thread, and I'm going to use maybe a blue, because it will be sewn together nicely, won't it? So it'll be nice and it'll be pretty. It'll be pretty colours. So most of my people that usually be on here, I would have shown you how to do a blanket stitch. Where's the end of this? Is that it tucked in there? Probably. I'll try and get it out now. Where are you? Up here somewhere. Righto. I might move these big scissors away because they're really balking me. They're in my road. They're in my road. And I need a nice good sized needle, something that I can thread this through. You'll need some filling, of course, and a button, and anything else like something for the doorknob. We're going to need something for our doorknob. Okie dokie. Right. So we're going to get this piece here. Now I've got a little bit extra on the top, but that's okay because we can cut that off. There's no rules to that, but because I'm going to cut that off, I think I'll start down here so I'll still have that check piece on there, okay? So we can go on the inside, come up with our thread. If I put a knot in it, it'll be even better, but I haven't, but I will. Actually, you know what, I don't think that's good enough. I think I might use orange because I want something a little lifted up, you know. I don't want to be too subdued. I want to be able to see the... here we go. This is nice. Okay, right, now we're going. Now we're right. It's a sort of a whimsical house. Well, it will be when we're finished, I hope. I hope I get it right. Been a long time since I made one. Many years. Righto, now we're going to start again and we're going to use this one. Go up in through your wool felt because that's a good thing for closing in your cotton. So it's in there and you can't see it. Now you want to go around here like this. For its you know what I want to do? I want to cut a bit off this now. I've started. I want to put this on a bit of a slant. Like that. So when I sew it up there, I've got to... I'll cut that off the end, it was too high, right? I'll start with that bit. And now I want these to be all the same, so I better put them together when I cut it, eh? So I'll set that together. Sorry about this. Just trim a little bit off the side of yours. I think I did it after when I got up higher on it so I could see how much I needed to take off. Because it needs to come in a bit up the top, okay? So we've got a little bit cut back on there, righto? As I go, you'll get the hang of this, I hope. Righto. Now I can't fast forward, I'm sorry, I'll just... So you don't have to sit here and watch me do this, so we'll just watch me do it, and then I'll put it up in 2 videos if need be. So we're just making this so it looks flash on the sides of it, okay? That looks nice, doesn't it? And you want to pull that over there a bit. Not too much, just move it over a tiny bit at a time as you're going along the top of it. Just to make it a bit thinner at the top. But you don't want that out too far. You'll see why after. Come on now. That's that bit, okay. Now I've got to put this piece on. I'm turning it round this way because I'm organising how I want it to go. Because when I'm putting the roof on, it'll be bringing it in like that, okay? So that's the general idea of the top part of it. So it won't matter if I duck across here with my needle and thread. I don't think. I'll go underneath here. I'll go underneath here. Wait a minute. Well, I will go under there in a minute. I'm going to try and pick up a couple of these bits here. Right, we go under there. I'm just putting this together the quickest way possible because that's what But you know, you want to do a good job anyway. Now that's back to front, Sonia. Go this way. Okay. Alright, so we come up at the end here. That on. Just slowly put that in there like so. Now we didn't have to take very much off the top. You please yourself what you want to do. But we need a little bit of side the panel because we want to put some filling in it. Okay? Now when I was showing you the other day about making sure your stitches were the same on both sides, this is a time when you'd want that to look neat on both sides, you understand? Now I'm leaning on my arms again on this table because I don't want to move out of shot. And I'm sorry about this. I've got all my bangles on today. Oh well, I've not bracelet on me. I made myself that out of that stitch I was showing you the other day to do the bag. Way back in the olden days I did that. And I was fishing through some stuff today and I found it. You know, I'm always fishing through things in here. And I thought, oh dear, look, this will have a go. I'll have to fit this on. I think this thing on it's a bit tarnished, the clip. Oh no, it's not too bad. Not too bad. I thought that was cool. I made another one too and I put a whole heap of bits on it and it's too bulky. I might have to take them off and try it, redo it or something one day. Really? I've been going to do that since the year dot. I just... me getting around to these things I want to change, it's just scary, it is, I tell you. I said to hubby this morning, I think I'll sew in the lounge room today with the sewing machine. Well, that went down, you know, I didn't want to do that this morning when I got up. Yesterday it seemed like a good idea, because yesterday I had a whole heap... I asked him to bring me out a little box with fabric in it so I could just cut out a few bits, and he brought me out about 5 or 6 of them. I sat out there cutting out more pieces, more shapes and things. And then I said to him, oh, gee, I might sew out here tomorrow, you know, bring the sewing machine out. But I'm not going to. I don't want to do that now. I'm doing this, you know. It's just it's how things are. I can't plan anything, you know. I looked for a fair bit of stuff this morning. I thought I'm going to do one of these, you know, because I was talking to Stephanie about this the other day, about these little houses that I made. I sold these, I did, in a shop here. People were buying them for little ornament things because they look really cool. They weren't even actually a pin cushion. I didn't even sell them as that. I showed them to a friend. She put them in the shop for me. She did, and she sold them for me. So that was good. I don't think I put them on my Etsy because they, you know, it just wouldn't be worthwhile, you know. So like people can't afford. You can't afford to post something that doesn't cost very much money. You know what I mean? You need to, I don't think anyway. That's that's how I'm looking at it. Gee, my words are a bit muddled up this morning, aren't they? I slept last night like a log. I only had to get up a couple of times, and gee, I was pleased about that. It was really bad, you know, because I'm terrible at sleeping. And then my daughter talking to my daughter last night, my youngest one. She said she can't sleep. She hasn't been sleeping now for, you know, and that's not good. I don't sleep very good. I thought, oh, you poor little thing, you must have got that off your mother. But years ago when I was young, I didn't sleep much. She goes to all these different things. She's a school teacher. She's exercising all the time, so it's not a lack of that. You know what I mean? Sometimes you need to do a bit of exercise. That helps you sleep a bit, I think. What have I done there? That looks a bit dodgy, doesn't it? Anyway, we'll leave that. We'll have to leave that. This is getting a bit bigger than what I expected it to be, but anyway. I suppose you need something you can actually see, because you wouldn't be able to see me make it, would you? You want to see me make it? That's right. Okay. Now the other side. Wait a minute. But what I think I might do first, before I get too far away, I'm thinking about putting a door on in the window, because, you know, once you sew things up, you can't really stitch stuff on without it being a little bit hard. Now, I want to make this a tiny bit straighter, but I don't know what sort of... We can make it rounded at the top. I'm going to make it look doorish. Make it look doorish. Okay, you can actually sew it in after, because you'd only have the filling in it anyway, and you could sew it on later. I suppose that's a tiny door, isn't it? But our roof's got to go on, and our window, so that's all right. The size of the door's good. So we'll get a bit of thread and we'll stitch that on there. We could probably use a different colour now, couldn't we? Maybe a blue one. Do you think a blue bit of thread will be all right? Yes, I do. That'll look pretty, won't it? I love this colour. Really do love that colour. So, no sewing for me today. I should be catching up on things. I'm supposed to be catching up on things. But sometimes you don't feel like stuff, do you? You want to do some things, but not others. I'm going to sit that on the button. I think that was the attraction to this. It was a button house. A house on a button. I don't know. Seen it somewhere. I don't know how long ago it was, whether it was 5 or 7 years. It was a while back. This one, little door on the side here. Okay. We're just going to do some little stab stitches, I think. Just go through there. And now you can see how crooked the bottom bit is. But it's going to be on the button, isn't it, too? So we don't have to worry about it. It's going to be sewn up too. So it'll be fine. Make sure we do it nice. I need a thing to put on the end. Put on the door. I need a doorknob. Put on the door. Somewhere to sit that. A little doorknob. Well, it'd be a bed, wouldn't it? It'd be a bed, couldn't it? But I don't think I can get that through there. The cotton and needle won't fit through it, will it? I'll put it on in a minute with something else. Yeah, that won't go. But that looks good. I've got a woodenish sort of one. Oh, these. But they're not a very big hole in them. That's big, too big, isn't it? It's really dwarfy, that thing. I think I like the purple one. We'll put the purple one on. That's all we need for that's a purple bead. Right. So I'll keep coming around here. I was going to stop there and do that, but I won't. Yeah. I think another stitch in there. I know you're going to put the doorknob there, aren't you? Right. Yeah. Ah. Sideways. Don't tell anybody. A little bit skewy. It's okay. It's okay if it's skewy, if it doesn't matter. It's not going to fall off, I don't think. Oops. Righto. Now a window. What have I done with my window bits? Here it is. Now this has got to go on the top. I don't know if I want to put this on there. It's a bit frayy. Frayy. It's too big anyway. It's too big, I think. It needs to be shorter than that. I wonder if I put this brown one on. That's not wide enough, is it? I thought about that, didn't I? Because it can have a window up in the roof too, you see, and there can be a window down there, couldn't there? This might be a bit better to use this one, I think. Now that's going to be put in there like that, and this goes on like this, right? So that'll work. It'll be just the right size, I'd say. If we cut that off, yep, I'm not going to use that thing. It's too frayy. It's too frayy. Right, okay. Shouldn't cut any of that off there, Sonya, because you're going to end up with nothing. What was the green for? The chimney. Righto. So I'm going to put that there as a window, and then I'll have one up on the roof. Yeah, I know. But see, there's an attic thing, isn't there? There's an attic up on the roof. So I'm going to sew this window on. Not too high, because you have him covered up with the roof if you do that. The roof has got to come down over it a bit. It does. That's too big. You need to make it half that size, or half this size here. There we go. That's better. I think that's better. And my roof got to come down over that a little ways. There. Alright. If I got a needle with any other thread in it, I can just go over that with it. What have I got here? This will work. It's not too bright, but it's okay. Is that alright to put across there? What do you think, green? Sonya? The right colour green. We need to. I had some here earlier. Here, this will do. Bit of this might work. Better. Alright. Can't thread that through there. No way will that fit through. Oh, come on, it must do. It's got to fit through there. And we might get this finished today. That'll be good, won't it? Just because I want to do sewing, my fingernail keeps on breaking and looking absolutely scary. It just happens to me. I'm not paying to get them fixed again. I'm not going to. I'm trying to make them grow nice so I can keep them right for myself. But this one keeps on breaking if I get it caught in anything. It splits. I'm lifting something or something. I'm always getting myself into a pickle. Righto, so we're going to go from there with no knot. Better get a knot, Sonya. You do not want that to come off there. Okay. Whoops. How come that went straight through? No, the knot didn't work. That's right, the knot didn't work. Okay. Try again. So this is only going to need to be held down by a couple of stitches, see? One going that way, I think, and one going across this way. Hang on a minute. Move him over a tiny bit because you got a stitch on there. And we'll have two panels on it, eh? We can have two pieces of thread going down that way. Straighter would have been better, but anyway. And across here. Okay, righto. I don't know why I keep forgetting to show you what I'm doing. I keep wandering off sort of sideways with it. I'm sorry about that. I don't know. I woke up this morning a little bit. What's name again? I don't know why. I'm sure I'm okay. I don't know. It keeps trying to get me back. Dear. I'll be fine. Okay, so there's a little that little bit. Now we need the orange one back to go on around the outside again to put the other side panel in. Another wall. If you wanted to, you could put a little window on your walls. That's an option, you know. You can do that. It's all fine. I go under there. Pull that through the back. I come up right on the end there, Sonya. Get in under there, you. I don't know whether it's me imagination or not, but I reckon my hands are not cooperating with my brain very good lately. I think they're not really working for me. It's not good. I'm going to make them. I'm going to keep on going with this. It doesn't matter how long it takes me to sew. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm not going to let it stop me. My mother was 85 or something like that when she passed away, and she still sewed. She was still sewing, making dolls and things before she passed away. So, and all our family's always been a little bit on the crafty side. I don't mean criminal either. I don't think so. Yeah, I think criminal. Whoops. Come on. I don't know if I've got any interesting gossip. I don't think I do. Don't know much of nothing really. Only about what's going on around me, and I'm not going to talk about that anymore because in case somebody sees what I say. Oh well, I don't think they will, but no one say anything else. It's just not good. It's okay. We're fine. Jeremy's out there gardening flat out. He's having a lovely time. He's getting himself organised for the show vegetables. Put in his show vegetables, so the sun's shining and he's out there really having a good time in the garden. He does love his garden. It's been ever since I've met him, actually. Well, ever since he was a little kid, he told me his nana taught him how to garden, and he started then. And from when I've met him, we've always had a garden. 34, 35 years, I can't remember now. That's just not good, is it? It's one or the other. Anyway, so I started out with a small garden at the flat that we lived at first, and they just got bigger and bigger. Now we're lucky enough for him to have that nice big one out the back. I said to him years ago, when the kids were only little, I said, I don't mind the garden, I love it, but you're not allowed to come past the clothesline because I had to have a space for the children to play because it was only, well, he wasn't worried about that, and I was only sort of joking, but he's got a fair size plot up there, as you would have seen on the videos that we put up, the pictures. He's got plenty of room. Then we have a little bit of lawn out the back there that, well, the girls used to play out there because I wouldn't let them out the front, and I don't like the children being out the front of the houses playing anyway. I think it's dangerous for cars and whatever, because we don't have fences on the front of our houses, which is really weird, because when I was young they always put fences on these houses because they were made for people with children and, low income families with children, and that's back in the olden days, but now they're just no fences, which is quite ridiculous, because we should all have a fence around us, I reckon. People can keep their own side that way. It's not very social, am I? But, you don't want people running through your garden, especially while Jeremy's put so much work into it, Children up the back tend to throw a ball over the fence a fair bit, but they never come to get them back. So maybe they'll want them back one day. They're not game, because I think they're doing the wrong thing anyway, kicking them across here. Never mind. Now that doesn't look too bad, does it? I would have loved to have a check part on the roof. I think I would like to check on the roof instead of the plane. I don't know yet. Let me see. Might put this on the roof. What do you reckon? This piece here. It'll light a bit. I might do that. Come here, you. I might have this for the roof. I can cut that up there, like that, along that line. Me cutting this stuff, I've got all my, what's the name, like confetti. It doesn't matter, I don't mind, it's what I do. I like the things that I make and the things to play with. That's just good, they're good fun. I don't want that cut there like that with the I'll get you. I'll get the hang of this in a minute, don't you worry. Now, how wide's it got to be? And how high? About that. What do you reckon? There. Here. It's alright, I'm not going to sleep. I'm still here. Cut this straight. Okay. That's good. Like that. Now, I'm going to put that together there, like so. Then I'm going to get this bit and I'm going to put that on there like this, right? Okay, wait a minute, it's got to come up higher than that. Be the roof part. Now, I don't know whether I'm supposed to put the filling in there now or not. I forgot what I'm up to here. I'm going to put that... I want this little window up there. It's actually quite a big window. And then we have a chimney there. Righto. I think I might sew it first because, and you know what, I reckon I should have cut it just a tiny bit wider so I could cover over that bit because, dear oh dear Sonya. Righto, let's just try this way first. We'll do this. I'm going to cut a bit more out. I can make smaller houses with the pieces I've got left and I've cut out, I can just make smaller ones, righto. So I want that to be over the edge of what I just did. So it sits out the side a bit, righto. And so that there and then that there. So I need to take this up here. And hopefully this is long enough. Should be. You've got to have a bit of roof, don't you? It's got to have a funny roof on it. It'll look good, I promise you. It'll look really cool when I've finished it. Don't bring it down too far. How about that? But it can't be too high either, can it? It keeps tipping over sideways. I don't want that to be too high. Bring it down a little bit further. How about that? There. Just take a tiny bit off the bottom here. Righto. Now see if you can sew that in there. I hope I can. I'm going to use this green bit. Oh, and that won't be... Oh, yes it will. I'm only going to go up the side. What have I got here now? I've made a big knot in it. Great. Maybe I wasn't meant to use that bit. I wonder if I've got a different green. I've got thread roundy all over the place. But not what I want and where I want it to be so I can find it. Like that one there, but I think that's too thick. Purple. More blue and more purple. More orange. That's not right. How about this one here's alright, isn't it? It's not quite the same as the other one with that, and that's okay, the same colour. And that's alright, we don't need it to be exactly. I should have did the other little window while I was doing that. But never mind, I'll put it on in a minute. I want to finish this before. I might have to come back and finish it, eh? I think I better do that, eh? Because I've got a bit to go and I don't want to just make a 2-minute video. I mean, okay, so I'm going to move myself back up under the table a bit. Thank you for watching. I'll be back in a minute and we'll do another one. Okay, bye-bye.